Hello! In today's video, we are going to be checking in on my restart account. As a reminder, my restart account is in server 515 and we just started this. If we take a look at the events, there are 2 days and 8 hours left on the Royal Rankings event. You're probably thinking, you only have 583,000 power, why are you so low? And the reasoning for that is that I have a lot of scout gifts that I still have to claim. So part of this video is going to be showcasing just how much you actually get from claiming all these scout gifts. And another part of this video is going to be checking in on the kingdom that we are in and the surrounding kingdoms that are near us. So to start, let's go ahead and look at our kingdom. In our kingdom, we are definitely the strongest alliance. Our alliance is almost 80 million power. But if you go to the rankings for the amount of flags that are placed, since you can't actually look at the alliance power individually, you can see that some of the other alliances in this kingdom, like this alliance here, has around 40 million. I think this alliance here has 50 as well, yeah, and then this one maybe like 30, 23. Anyways, there are a couple alliances in this kingdom that aren't jumper alliances that maybe will group up together and in some way or shape challenge us, and it's looking like we're at least going to have some sort of PvP in the first season, so that's fun. But the most important thing is that actually if we go back into this page and we go to Alliance Towers, you can see this alliance here, Gang of Jump, that's 12 million power. And there are some other alliances like that too, or at least there were. And the reasoning for that is if we go into create a new character, see server 517 opened a day ago, and we are going to have people in the servers around us. So our first KVK is going to be 513, 14, 15, 16. And I believe that there's a jumper group in both 514 and 516. And then in our second KVK, we'll likely be facing off with also 517, 18, etc. So there should be some pretty good PvP in this kingdom going forward, and I'm very excited about that. I think that so far this account that I've created as well is pretty realistic. We're not going like super crazy with gold chests or anything. So far my VIP shop is at 3,000 points, and a large majority of this I did buy with gems. So I got, I think, like 700 or 800 VIP points so far from chests, but definitely not a crazy amount. And we have some high spenders in here, but no one that's like 10 million power yet or something crazy like that. If we actually go to the Throne of Power, we can go ahead and see that Dunk is spending quite a bit. He's at almost 7 million power, but we don't have like anyone that's already tier 5 or something crazy like that in the first week. So I think that having people around this high power in the first week in your server is pretty normal, and I'm glad that we don't have anyone that's crazy high up, because I want this restart account to be somewhat relatable to new players that are just deciding to make their account. Hopefully those players do also decide to join a project like the project that we are in, because joining a project, as we all know, if you're an experienced player, helps your account quite a bit. And if you're a new player watching this or you haven't made your account yet, be sure to watch the video that I made on why you should join a project. And please be sure to actually join one as well. Even if you have to delay starting to play the game by a week or 2 weeks, that's really nothing. I've been playing this game now for about 560 days, and if I were to delay making my account by 10 days, that wouldn't change my experience for the worst at all. And I would very quickly have a higher power by waiting 10 days and being in a project than I would have by making my account 10 days earlier and being in an unpredictable server. One thing that you may have noticed as well is that I did get the Elite Bear frame, and that's pretty cool. So at the end of this video, we are also going to be showing off that raid. As a fair warning, that raid was done on my phone while I wasn't at home, so there isn't going to be any audio, but I will voice over it, I guess. But now let's get into the main topic of the video, and that is scouting the map. As you can see, I have 100% of the Mist Dispelled, but only around 50% map progress. And the reasoning for that is that I wanted to leave a bunch of these villages and these camps and things unscouted. That way I can do a overview of how many rewards you're actually going to get for this. So if you watched some of my other videos before, you know that I like spreadsheets. So I took the resources and the speed ups that I had available to me right now in my bags, And I went ahead and put that into a spreadsheet. Let's quickly take a look at that. Here we are. It is definitely pretty bare boned, but as you can see, we got about 4.5 days of universal, almost 2 of research, 6 of training, and 1 of building. And then if you take a look down at my resources here, you can see we got about 10 million golden wood, 6.5 million ore, and 3.5 million mana. So definitely a very humble beginning. But we are going to go ahead and collect all of these scout rewards, and I will be back shortly. So in this brief recording here, I'm claiming the rewards from 207 villages, and one thing that I would like to do is talk about what to do based on the situation that the village provides you. If it's a thing where it's just dialogue, just go ahead and spam through it. I believe that you do get better rewards if you pick the most optimal route through the village's dialogue, but that's not really worth it. What we're going to be talking about here, though, is what you should be prioritizing. Especially if you're free to play, you should be prioritizing anything that'll get you power. So what you're going to want to do is trade in your resources for speed ups. Don't trade in your troops or gems. You're not going to run out of resources in the first week to get 1.5 million power, so don't worry about that. One thing as well is in some of these villages, you're going to get an option to accept 2 different types of speed ups. When you have this, I would suggest collecting the building speed ups, and the reason for this is you want to get your tier 3 and your tier 4 units unlocked as fast as possible. And the bottleneck for that is either going to be building or research. So one of those 2 is okay, however I would not suggest selecting training speed ups. Obviously if you're spending a ton this isn't going to matter, but as a free to play or low spend this is how I would go about it. And then one more thing that we should probably talk about is should you take treaties, arrows, or tomes of knowledge, or tactics manuals in this case. In my opinion, I think that you're going to be wanting to go for the short-term power growth from a tactics manual. However, the value here is very minimal. So if you're not concerned about getting to 1.5 million power, or you think you're already going to be able to get there easily, go ahead and take the treaties or the arrows. In my opinion, you should take the arrows because arrows are far harder to get than treaties. And if you're worried about power, then go for the tactics manuals. And now that we're done talking about villages, let's go ahead and talk about trader camps. These purple trader camps on the map are responsible for giving you your base tier 1 economic and military technology. So once those are maxed, they're going to give you a different reward instead, and that different reward is 10 minutes of speed ups. So this is another advantage for jumping. You're going to claim all of these technologies very quickly from these purple trader camps, and then every time you get a new one in the future, you're going to get a 10-minute speed up. However, in the trader camp, you're obviously going to have to do some trading as well, so let's talk about the value here. Once you're done scouting all the fog on the map, your continent maps turn into 5 minutes of speed ups. So that's something that's important to keep in mind. You're going to get options to buy 2 maps for 5 gems with either a resources or more gems than the other option. Personally, I don't think it's worth buying the maps for the speed up usage. However, if you just want to get some speed ups, you can. The value here isn't going to change your account much in either direction, but remember that you can also buy these 5 gem speed ups or 5 minute speed ups for 5 gems from the VIP shop as well. And if you're able to unlock higher levels of VIP to buy 1 hour speed ups, that would be much higher value. One of the other trader camps that the game does offer you is one for resources. I would definitely not recommend doing this. No, this is a whale move. If you want to, sure, but you're not getting value here. And then there also are the mercenary camps, and these mercenary camps allow you to purchase troops for gems or additional troops for gems. The gem to power gain ratio here isn't amazing. In the case of, for example, buying 40 Trents, you're spending 35 gems for 80 power. So if you want to do that, you can. However, considering you're going to want 1.5 million power, we're looking at spending 700,000 gems at that ratio to get that power. So that doesn't exactly seem worth it to me. But hey, if you want these extra tier 2 troops, knock yourself out. So one thing too when you're exploring the map is these adventurer camps here can seem kind of useless, but after you claim them, you can go into your tails into your codex, and then into your anecdotes. And every time you collect one of these, you will get 5 gems a pop. So if we just go ahead and collect these all very quickly, this is going to give us a few hundred gems. And this will help with some purchases we need to make in the future, like wheel spins and that sort of thing. So, not bad. When you get a new creature and things like that as well, and a new letter, you also get these same 5 gems. So let's go ahead and collect all of these and see just how many gems we get. Before we went into this, we had 4,900 gems. Claiming these ones with the drop down menus are a little bit annoying. So we had 4,900, and now if we go out, we have 5,265. So we gained 365 gems from claiming those. So even though they seem useless, make sure you do actually claim them. And now that leaves us with one tiny thing that we need to get finished, and that is exactly 50 caves. So I had a lot of fun doing these on my live stream. Right now I've got, let's see, a 28 and 7 record on caves. So I'm going to do all 50 of these caves in a separate video. I'm just gonna, I think, have that like unlisted in the description. Maybe if you think that this video should be publicly available as well, I could do this as too. I don't know. I just think this is gonna be fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I will, in a few seconds, I guess, be talking with you guys about the rewards that we got from this in total. See you soon. Okay, finally finished up with those caves, so let's go ahead and claim these quest rewards here. Some for doing a lot of caves, some for villages. If you are interested in watching those caves, remember there is a link to that video down in the description. And I guess I'll also put like a card in the end screen in case you're interested in watching it as well. One thing we need to do here is let's go into our map, and when you finish a zone completely, you get a reward for doing so. So let's go ahead and claim that from every zone in the map. It is the same thing regardless of it being a zone 1 or 2. So it's 50 gems, 2 hours of training speed ups, and 300,000 wood and gold. And I think that is all of them claimed now. No, you missed Lorcan. Alright, now we got them all claimed. Very nice. So that adds another good bit of gems. So we got like 800 gems in that little bit of claiming rewards. It looks like maybe we're missing something else as well. I don't see it though. So I think that this might just be bugged. That's okay. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is let's actually go ahead and open up some, well, no, we'll open up the gold keys after we look at the spreadsheet. So I think one thing that we should count in the spreadsheet as well is these continent maps, since those are some of the rewards. So let's go ahead and use these. And as I said earlier, using one of these will give you a 5-minute speed up. So we can go ahead and use all of them. I'm not really interested in keeping these as a souvenir. However, if you're one of those like super collection oriented people, you might want to keep a couple of them. And yeah, I think that's good. So I am going to go ahead now and input all of this stuff into the spreadsheet, and we'll go ahead and take a look at exactly what I gained. So here we are now in the spreadsheet. What I went ahead and did is put in all of the values for the different types of speedups that I have, and I also put in the resources as well. And if we go into this tab here, we can see the differences. So I gained about a day of training, day of building, half a day of research, and 2 days of universal. And also gained a decent amount of resources, as you can see down here. Gained about 3 million golden wood, and like 200,000 ores, so not very much, and a few 100,000 mana as well, almost 1 million. So yeah, that was fun to input. The speed up gain definitely isn't crazy, but for an early game player whose goal right now is to only get to 1.5 million power, it is pretty consequential. And especially with the main quest rewards and stuff that I haven't claimed yet, it'll definitely get me most of, if not all of the way there. And now if you would like to have a copy of this spreadsheet or a similar spreadsheet for yourself, I will have this spreadsheet here linked down in the description. In order to make a copy, click File, Make a Copy, and then put in whatever name you would like and click Make a Copy down here. If you'd like me to make any changes to this spreadsheet, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will put it on my to-do list. There's definitely some things that can be improved on this spreadsheet, but yeah, that's not something I have time for right now. I would like to point out as well that this spreadsheet is not made by me. It is made by someone who goes by Paradise on Discord, and he just decided to remove his own credit from his calculator, but he did give me permission to share this with the community, so this link will be down in the description below. And here we are now back in the account. We're actually doing some trolls real quick, so that's kind of fun. But what I'm going to be doing now is, I guess let's actually open up some gold keys and artifact keys real quick. And then after this, I am going to just kind of put this little upgrading spree in the bottom left quadrant of this video. And then I'll also show off our elite bear raid. Okay, we got a legendary Velen. Okay, but I'm an archer main, so I'm looking for Nico. We still have not gotten Nico yet, but I'm holding out hope. Or I'm being hopeful. I think holding out hope is the opposite of what I'm doing. Anyways, I want to go ahead now and let's open up these silver keys real quick too. And it's not an efficient use of resources, so don't emulate what I'm doing. But just to speed things up, I will buy a gold key from the scrap shop. And for that, I think I need 150, right? Yes, 150 tokens. So we probably don't need any of these blue tokens. So let's go ahead and just scrap a bunch of these and do like so. Go ahead and buy a gold key, and then we do one more 10 pull. We do get a legendary from it. Please be Nico. No, another Garwood. Okay, so apparently we're gonna have an awakened Garwood before we get Nico unlocked. That's okay. So let's go ahead and do some artifact keys as well. I'm yet to get a legendary artifact, and we do get a legendary artifact in this first 10 pull. Okay, so Shadow Blades would be amazing. On my live stream, actually, for the second day of my restart account, I actually got max Shadow Blades on my main account, so that was kind of funny. So, we got the Enchiridion of Advanced Incantations, very cool. However, I'm an archer main. We're looking for this legendary. 2 epics, okay, that's cool. Maybe we can get 2 legendaries too, that'd be pretty nice. Where is it? We found it? Oh, Springs of Silence. Okay, so it's a useless artifact, but that's okay. I'm sure there'll be another one in our future, hopefully not too far away. So we're going to go ahead and open up the rest of these one at a time. Getting this Longsguard bow is actually pretty nice. Go ahead and level that up right now. Very cool. So hopefully we're not too far away from an archer artifact. However, it definitely can take quite some time. Alright, and one more after this. At least we're getting a good amount of fodder. This is going to help us power up our account as well. Speaking of powering up, now what I'm going to do, let's claim these free rewards. But now what I'm going to do is I am going to, if the game lets me, put my main screen down in the lower left quadrant down here and just show me blasting off some upgrades. And I'm going to now voice over the Elite Bear. Ton of fun. Hope you enjoy that. Okay, this should be some fun. The aspect ratio is going to be off because, like I said, it was recorded on my phone. But we do have our tank in, Mr. Alex. He did a great job tanking, so I appreciate that. And yeah, this is the Elite Bear fight for LV. This isn't our first attempt. It did take us a few tries. You saw there was an AFK person as well, so that's not great. But this was still fun. I did this in the car, so shout out to this being a mobile game, I guess, so I was able to still attend even though I wasn't at home. Anyways, this guy is going to get hit, or is he? Nope, we kick them out of the behemoth pit. So yeah, avoid the getting hit by the charge by kicking your members out of the event. We kicked 2 people out there and that ended up working out, so that's kind of funny. It is very important to get this Dumbstruck phase because it takes more damage during this phase, and it also doesn't attack you, so your tank gets to go take a break and get a healing stone. But yeah, unfortunately for those guys, they did get kicked out, but they did not even attempt to participate in the mechanic. I think the one guy maybe moved slightly, but it was way too late. Anyways, our tank with his taunt artifact is doing a great work keeping the bear off of everyone. The bear is now down to 300,000 HP, so he's almost down to half health. Yes, 375k would be half health, so nearly there now. And he should be going into his second charge phase as well soon. Yeah, here we go. It looks like we tried to get a healing stone. I think I might have even been on that. Anyways, hopefully people dodge here. I'm just looking, getting ready to kick people if they don't dodge. And I missed the guy on top, Meloidus, or whatever his name was. Anyways, a bunch of people here are going to die. The bear did a very short second charge, so here comes in the tank. And now we just have to hope that he's able to hold aggro. And I believe he does, so we still get a decent amount of damage, and it would have been much better if that tank or the bear got stunned. But unfortunately that didn't happen. As you can see, my scouts on the right side as well, still clearing the mist at this point. This was a couple of days ago, so I think I only had like 60% of the mist uncovered or something like that. Bear's down to 200,000 HP now, and at this point I'm pretty confident that we're going to get it. As you can see, Shuri in the chat, who's leading this behemoth, is asking Alex, do you need the healing stone? And I don't think that he does, not yet. Especially just because of the amount of HP the bear has left, I think that he's fine. He does say that he needs it, but I'm not sure if that's true. Hopefully we can dodge this charge here. But no, Dark does get hit by the charge, unfortunate. Yeah, people, when you're trying to dodge the charges, you need to move towards the center of the arena if you can. That way it makes it a lot easier to dodge. But at this point, only 80,000 HP left, and we should be able to just brute force it down. The bear's got his 20 seconds of frenzy. So that's why you want to do your best to avoid the charges. But in spite of that, we were able to go ahead and take it out. As you can see, I accidentally took a screenshot. I don't know if that was accidental or on purpose, but oh well, that's okay. Yeah, Behemoth Raid completed in under 4 minutes and 50 seconds, so that means that we do get the frame. And I believe I do actually show off the ranks here quickly. I got 16th place as free-to-play on this, so not bad. I haven't been spending any of my CP bags though, so if I did I would have placed a little bit higher, but you know, not a big deal. Anyways, that was fun to showcase. Let's get back into the rest of the video. So yeah, that elite bear was quite a bit of fun. Let's go ahead and do a couple more upgrades here. We are struggling with helps at the moment. I feel like that's probably something that anyone in a new alliance and new kingdom can relate to. But let's go ahead and start these up. I do want to work on my main quest progress, but unfortunately, just because of the speed that helps are coming in at, I won't actually be able to record this. However, I don't think it really needs to be recorded. What you're going to want to do is just follow the main objectives that you need for upgrading your Sacred Hall, and also for upgrading things that are required for your main quests. And in your research, you want to go ahead and max out this Scholarship 1 tech as fast as you can. And then as soon as you get to City Hall level 16, upgrade your Research Center up to level 16, and then upgrade that technology as well as much as you can. And then after that, you can resume with doing your building upgrades. In the meantime, you can hold off on using your research speed-ups, because when you do upgrade your school sages, you get a little bit extra research speed, so all these little things help. And of course, every time you get to a new City Hall level, what you want to do is first upgrade your Alliance Center, which I actually forgot to do. I keep doing that. I'm all over the place. Anyways, though, this is not a super efficient way of doing things, which is good, because that makes it easier for other people to emulate. I will be doing a video specifically on getting 1.5 million power for the Royal Rankings event, so that'll be a separate video from this. That'll include more like details on how to do it. However, this is just a update video for how this account's going, and I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know how many videos I'll be making on this account, but probably a few, maybe like one per week or something after the first little blitz of videos are done here. Oh, look at that, 10 Guanwin tokens. But yeah, this account is fun to play on so far, and I imagine that it will be all the way up until Season of Strife, but once we get into the Season of Strife, we'll be like, 30 million power fighting against pure T5 alliances, so maybe not the most fun. But anyways, yeah, this was a good idea, I think, to make this account. I'm looking forward to making videos on it. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.